You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Florida is celebrating another year of record tourism numbers.
More than 116 million people came to the Sunshine State last year, even though the state lost nearly 2 million visitors because of Hurricane Irma. ABC7's Erica Jackson joins us live from Manatee County to share how the state was able to make up for that loss. Erica?
Jacqueline, Scott, we also saw record-breaking numbers here in both Sarasota and Manatee counties. Tourism officials credit Florida's year-round beautiful weather for the increase in visitors, but tourism also took a hit because of Mother Nature's impact in September.
Even during the winter down here, it's still very pleasant and nice.
Here in Florida, you can count the number of cold days every year on your fingers and toes. For lifelong Floridian Charles Canada, figuring out why visitors keep coming back is a no-brainer.
Weather is always good. Never too cold, never too hot for me.
If the weather stays pretty well, you have no major economic downturn.
Bradenton Area Visitors Bureau Director Elliot Falcioni agrees with Canada, but says the weather also hurt Florida tourism in 2017, losing 1.8 million visitors in the months following Hurricane Irma, even impacting areas that weren't severely hit by the storm.
Remember, society is geographically challenged. So if something is affecting the East Coast, they look at it as a whole, the entire state of Florida.
Falcioni believes the problem stemmed from the perception of visitors, but the state was able to lure out-of-state guests by communicating when a damaged area was ready for visitors.
There's nothing better to be flat out transparent and honest with the prospective customer, because you want them to come and enjoy Florida and not come to something that was negatively effective.
Despite the $1.5 billion loss caused by Hurricane Irma, 3.6% more visitors came to the state last year compared to 2016. Falcioni says it's a priority to keep those visitors coming back, hoping they will eventually move to the area. Some of Canada's friends up north have already caught the Florida bug.
Now they're starting to make this place their home.
The Bradenton Area Visitors Bureau says 94% of first-time visitors come back to Florida after just 11 months. So the goal is to keep them happy, keep coming back, and have them check out new areas they've never been before. And in the first few months of 2018 so far, the area is on track of even breaking numbers for 2018 and beating last year's numbers. Reporting live in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thanks, Erica. Construction of the much-anticipated St. Armand's parking garage is underway at the current site of the public surface lot, right behind the section of the circle that includes the Columbia restaurant. That lot is now closed so that crews can start building that garage. Workers are doing site prep today, which includes everything from removing bushes to taking out streetlights. People who work around St. Armand's Circle say they've been waiting for this project to begin for quite some time.
I work here for 5 years now on the quay. And there are times in season when you're just not going to find a parking spot. You're going to walk. So I think it's going to really benefit everyone.
The garage is expected to be completed and open to the public by December. The $12 million project will have 4 stories, 500 spaces, and include a rooftop solar panel. For now, drivers are encouraged to use the south lot off of Fillmore Drive or on-street parking.
State transportation officials want to replace the current Cortez Bridge with a 65-foot fixed-span bridge. After years of public meetings and study, the Florida Department of Transportation releasing its recommendation today. The new bridge, similar in height to the current Ringling Bridge, would replace the current Cortez Drawbridge, which is more than 60 years old. Transportation officials say a fixed-span bridge would not only improve traffic on land, but also make it easier for boaters to navigate. The aging drawbridge has undergone major repair projects 3 times in the last 22 years and continues to deteriorate. The new bridge's design will be done later this year, but no timeline has been released yet for its construction. The City of Sarasota is starting the final phase of a major stormwater project, and to get it all done, a section of 10th Street will be closed for the next couple of months. The westbound lanes of 10th Street between Central and Coconut Avenues will be closed. Crews are installing a baffle box system, which will clean stormwater runoff before it's deposited into the Sarasota Bay. The box will filter out silt, litter, and other debris so it doesn't go into the bay, which will, of course, improve the bay's water quality.
Well, the weather is putting a little bit of a damper on a tropical tiki extravaganza this week. That's the theme of this year's Sarasota Magazine's Best of Sarasota event. It was originally scheduled to take place at Selby Gardens tomorrow night, but because it may rain, that event has now been rescheduled for Wednesday night. Every year, readers choose their favorite restaurants, stores, even news personalities. The winners are announced at the event, and ABC7 will be there. We hope to see you there.
And now to the perennial winner of that contest. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
I tell you, they got a chance for showers tomorrow, a better chance of no rain on Wednesday, so they're erring on the side of caution. Rain chances aren't all that high tomorrow, and most of the shower activity more than likely will be gone by that time, but there's still a slight chance, so we'll see how that goes. And low pressure area continues to spin away from our area, and you can see that heading off toward Kentucky and Indiana and Ohio. This will move to the northeast, cause some headaches overnight and tomorrow for the northeast once again. But for us, we get the steady southwest flow out ahead of the system here. There's a weak frontal system behind it. That weak front is going to bring us a slight chance for a few showers tomorrow morning and maybe in the early afternoon too. And then most of the action should be pushing toward the east coast in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Like we're seeing right now, you can see some heavy rainfall now along the east coast just south of Cape Canaveral all the way down to Lake Okeechobee. These storms have been producing some pretty heavy rainfall, not a lot of lightning. We have had some reported water spouts up near Jacksonville earlier today, but notice not much going on at all over the immediate west coast of Florida. More in the forecast. We have another front coming down on Friday. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, talk to you soon. Florida politicians recently implemented several new gun laws, including one that allows law enforcement to confiscate guns from individuals deemed a risk to themselves or others. ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us to explain what's coming up tonight on ABC7 at 7.
Jacqueline, we're talking about the new red flag law. If law enforcement thinks someone is a danger to themselves or others, officers can get a judge to order to take the guns away. The goal being to save lives. The red flag procedure is a whole new ballgame for law enforcement. Before the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act was signed into law, deputies could only take firearms away from those who were Baker Acted, and they could only hold those weapons for 72 hours. Now, law enforcement can take it one step further and take firearms from anyone who they believe is mentally ill and hold weapons for up to a year.
The policy is basically if they have made a legitimate threat, they have a weapon or they have access to weapons or they have a legal right to go purchase a weapon, then they would fall under this RPO.
Coming up at 7 o'clock, you'll hear from 2 local law enforcement agencies about how they are handling the new law. Also, what do gun advocates think about it? Coming up at 7. Back to you.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Alan. Today, Selah Freedom is breaking ground on its newest residential housing project. Selah Freedom provides education and training to sex trafficking survivors. Permitting issues and federal flood elevation issues have held this project back for nearly 2 years now. Construction began today on a 4-bedroom graduate house and Julie's Place Activity Center. That center will include more counseling space, a workout facility, and space for education.
Most of the girls come to us after being on the streets without even a GED. A lot of them are like 5th grade reading level. They might be 18 or 19, but they complete their GEDs, and 75% of them end up in college. So now we're going to have a designated space.
Fisher says they're always looking for volunteers in the community to help guide these women back into normal life. You can find out more by visiting their website, SelahFreedom.com.
The Stardust Skate Center in Sarasota is closing its doors. The owner is announcing on Facebook that they are closing the facility and will turn their focus to a charter bus company they also own. Stardust has been the site of thousands of birthdays and skate parties over the years. The rink's most recent owners have owned the business since 1995 and have built relationships with many guests of all ages.
Believe it or not, we used to have patrons coming here who used to skate as children, who now bring their children. And it was really nice for them to come up and say, look who I have here.
Well, the co-owners are planning to renovate that building to be used for a different purpose in the upcoming future.
Yeah, sad to see it go for a lot of folks here on the Suncoast. My daughter had one of her birthday parties there when she was little, and I know she was sad last night when I told her about it. Yeah,
well, skating rinks were always some of my favorite things to do when I was growing up.
Still to come in your Suncoast News.
Why a popular cooler company is joining the list of companies who are cutting ties with the NRA.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The Spring Fever sales event is going on now at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota. Drive a new 2018 Corolla for only $79 per month. The all-new 2018 Camry for only $119 per month. And 2018 RAV4 for just $129 per month at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in a car accident, the state of Florida only gives you a specific amount of time to file a claim. So act now, give us a call.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TrueStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
We know that carrying around extra weight puts your heart health at risk, but now it seems that the location of that fat is just as important as the amount of it. ABC's Janae Norman explains.
New research presented to the European Society of Cardiology today showed that those with extra belly fat, which is known as central obesity, have the highest heart disease risk. Even more surprising, people with a normal body mass index or BMI, but with central obesity, were 76% more likely to have major heart disease events than people who were mildly overweight but with normally distributed body fat. This includes events like heart attack, stroke, and death. This study included nearly 1,700 people who didn't have heart disease at the beginning of the study. Why does it matter? Scientists think the link is a combination of DNA and habits. Central obesity has been linked with being sedentary, sitting most of the day, and with low muscle mass. Genetics can make you more likely to carry your weight in the belly as well. So what should you do? No matter who you are, you can improve your heart health by walking more and making good dietary choices. And no matter your weight, if your waist is bigger than your hips, see a doctor to discuss your heart disease risk. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
A nice day today, at least the afternoon. We had some clouds around this morning, even a few showers. Casey Key webcam showing that activity. Good afternoon, everyone. We're looking for a pleasant evening tonight. Most of the rain well east of our viewing area and will stay there too, I think. Fog could be a problem rolling in late tonight in advance of a weak cold front that will be moving through tomorrow. Looks like midday. The day planner for our Tuesday looks like this. A shower or two possible in the morning, even around midday, and then things should stay cloudy. It looks like up to partly cloudy through the 7 o'clock hour tomorrow. Temperatures will still warm, though, and manage to get to 80 degrees before that sea breeze kicks in and that west wind behind that front brings things down into the mid to upper 70s. So here's the futurecast. We take you through time. Showers on the East Coast pushing off toward the Atlantic. It's not going to be a concern for us. Here comes the weak front. This is at 2:30 in the morning, and you see a few showers dotting the coast here all the way up into central Florida. That's that weak frontal boundary, which will slowly move through, and you can see by noon not much going on, and this is by 3:30 in the afternoon, looking to have clearing skies, at least this particular model indicating that, and then a few showers behind as well, left behind, residual showers possible on Wednesday morning here, but that activity should not be all that intense as some drier air moves on in. So our rain chances aren't all that high on Tuesday again, and then things really start to dry out on Wednesday, late and Thursday and Friday as we see some drier air slip in. Currently it's 81 degrees and we have partly cloudy skies, the dew point temperature high, and winds out of the south-southwest at 14. The high temperature today managed to get to 83. It felt a little bit warmer due to the high humidity, and the low this morning was summer-like at 70, our normal low at 63 degrees. Well, this has been the major weather maker as of late. The low pressure area kind of disassociated with the major flow, and so it's been sitting and spinning over the southeast, now getting a little drift to the northeast now, and it will become a player for weather in places like New York and Boston, and then that low pressure will track off basically to the northeast very slowly throughout the day on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then another developing storm here over the central and northern Rockies will eventually slip off to the east and swing another front our way, it looks like, on Friday. But not much of a front. We'll see some slightly cooler temperatures possibly on into Saturday, and then things warm up on Sunday. Well, the rain falling now in Ohio, West Virginia, down into the Carolinas and along the eastern seaboard and into Florida. But that weak frontal boundary you see right there, as I said, will be moving through tomorrow morning into the early afternoon. You'll see that in this futurecast, showing the area of low pressure moving off to the northeast and then traveling off into the northern New England states. Here's the front. This is a Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon where it's showing most of the rain slipping on by. Still a chance for a few residual showers, as I mentioned, on into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Here comes our next system progressing to the south and east, and it's not all that intense, so we're not anticipating any big storms with this on Friday, but there will be a few scattered showers around. A few showers for Tuesday. For boaters tomorrow, northwest winds at 10 knots, so not a big advisory day. Light chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast looks like this. Slight chance for showers tomorrow, and then partly cloudy on Wednesday and Thursday. Mostly cloudy on Friday as that next week front moves in, and then temperatures staying pretty mild through Saturday, warming up into the mid-80s on Sunday and Monday. Low temperatures will be pretty much into the mid-60s, fairly close to seasonal averages for this time of year. Back to you.
Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. An accident is causing backups in the southbound lanes of US 41 in Sarasota, right around the intersection at Bee Ridge Road. So keep that in mind if you normally take that route. Scott?
Thanks, Jacqueline. In consumer news tonight, Florida gas prices hit 3-year highs over the weekend as oil prices are up about 25% from a year ago, and the global supply glut has tightened. AAA put the state average at about $2.74 a gallon. That's up 11 cents from a week ago and 28 cents from more than a year ago. While the annual summer peak is still a couple weeks away, AAA says the travel group does not foresee dramatic pricing increases at this point.
Crude oil prices are higher than they have been. And plus, the fuel companies are switching over to the what we call the summer blend of gasoline, which is more expensive to produce. So we have several factors in play, and yes, gasoline prices are up a bit.
Florida is still far below its all-time high, which was $4.08 a gallon back in July of 2008.
Well, after airlines, rental car agencies, and other companies cut ties with the National Rifle Association, popular cooler maker Yeti has joined that list. USA Today reports that Yeti is no longer doing business with the NRA Foundation. The paper cited a letter from an NRA lobbyist who said Yeti is no longer selling products to the group. The paper reports that the NRA Foundation donates to competitive youth shooting teams, like the one that Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz belonged to. The Parkland shooting has prompted several large companies to cut ties to the NRA.
Stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. And right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $219 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Set your course for a waterfront lifestyle on Florida's last private island. Discover one particular harbor by Margaritaville. Nearby sugar sand beaches are as easy to find as the warm Florida sunshine. Waterfront residences from the high 400s overlook beautiful Anna Maria Sound. And a new marina with direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. Plus, incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour designer models today. Visit ophmintousa.com now.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Hey kids, come learn baseball from the pros. The Bradenton Marauders are hosting Baseball Camp on June 5th, 6th, and 7th at Lecom Park. Boys and girls ages 6 to 14 will learn the fundamentals of hitting, pitching, and fielding from Marauders coaches and players at Lecom Park. Your camp fee includes a t-shirt, lunch daily, and 1 ticket to the Marauders games on these nights. To sign up, go to BradentonMarauders.com by May 14th. Sponsored by ABC7, your Suncoast News. Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a multimedia news producer with at least 2 years' experience writing for TV and digital news. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Well, it is time for America's vote on American Idol.
That's right. The judges have taken the contestants all the way from auditions to the top 14, and now it's time for America to make their picks. ABC's Danya Backus is backstage where the show is set to begin.
To blame it all on lies.
They gained golden tickets to Hollywood.
You're going to Hollywood.
Facing the tough scrutiny of superstar judges Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie.
Your voice just isn't knocking me completely out of the park.
Battled it out in solo and group performances, singing their hearts out in hopes of making it through to the showcase round.
All 4 of you are going to the next round.
The showcase round narrowed it down to the top 24. Each performing duets with celebrity partners. In the end, it was an emotional elimination that ended up leaving some fan favorites disappointed, but only 14 could move on. Those 14 facing another hurdle. They have the judges' votes, but now they're competing for America's vote. Will you stay? You now have the chance to have your say, voting for the final top 10. Each contestant hoping to continue to make the climb, ultimately becoming the next American Idol. The 6 who are safe after America's vote will perform a victory song. The other 8 will be performing for the judges. Tonight, the 3 judges have the tough decision of finalizing those other 4, pushing 10 Idol hopefuls one step closer to stardom. Danya Backus, ABC News, Hollywood.
And you can watch American Idol tonight beginning at 8 o'clock right here on ABC7. They have some talent this year.
Looking forward to it. Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.